favourites for the title this time against the former Masters champion Joe Cullen. The price was solid in his opener, a temporary win over Stephen Bunting, where he averaged close to 97. Nice little warm-up, you think. Well, Cullen was brilliant, really, in his first round tie. Averaged just shy of 101 in a 10-7 victory over Mike DeDecker. A real professional job. Well, it's a hard one to call this, isn't it? And I wonder if our commentator, Dan Dawson, will have better luck predicting this one than he did our first match of the night.
The only thing I'm going to say, because we are all guessing, but the only thing I'm going to do is give you a guarantee right now. Gary Anderson Masterclass. Fact.
Right.
There's someone that to the bank, my friend.
Okay, we're doing that, are we? Fair enough. I think you'll find there was a masterclass in that opening game of the night, so I was half right. It just came from Daryl Gurney. Maybe we get a masterclass in this one, John Parr, because Gerwyn Price and Joe Cullen more than capable of producing one.
Please send oxygen to the comms booth. That was the best start of a match I think I've been involved with, Dan. Thank you for the entertainment.
Pleasure to be of service, John Parr. However, the entertainment is about to get better. Look at these two. You could sense Gerwyn Price's eagerness to get on that stage at the start of the Walk Cup. When he played Stephen Bunting in the first round, he was not the title favourite. Since then, Michael Van Gerwen has gone out of the tournament. He is the outright favourite to claim a first world match play. And he sent out a message that they're right to make him the favourite. That is a good start.
Well, I'm hoping for, let's call it an excellent start then. Let's back it up.
Could have been better.
Well, now Joe can think about really closing the gap here and threatening to break.
It's going to be a good pace to this game, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Not going to hang around.
Yeah, a little more pace than our last match, which wasn't slow by any means, but just a little more tick-tocky, and this is rat-a-tat.
See Price at the hockey, ready to throw while Cullen's retrieving his darts.
Well, why wait? You know what you want to do, and you're eager to do it, so... And when you're playing well, you're throwing well, that's what happens. You want to get to that line. Oh, and it's not in there. He's on a 25, and what a start that could have been. And Price needs 108, and he can't do it now. Treble 3 leaves 99. And still the break opportunity here for Joe.
Got to tidy up the 25. Just to hold his throw. That's exactly what he does. That first dart for Price, that is exactly where he wants it. He can use that. If he keeps on finding dart 1, central and high in the treble 20, I mean, it's exactly where John Cullen will want his as well. But he is arguably right up there with the most adept at following it, Gerwyn Price. That's why he's had these spells of throwing enormous averages all the way through this year. Comes here as the World Cup champion once again, the World Series champion. The World Series finals at the back end of last year.
Very decent stuff, and the idea there was if he had 25 to leave 116, which is quite a good number to approach, and you have choices on that as well. But it's 91, it's even better.
Gets the treble 18 for double 10. Got a little bit of time with which to play here.
Maybe not that much.
How much does he need?
Well, first double hit of the match is done now. I think sometimes it's the second hardest of a match to get. Is the first one. The last one being the hardest. these days, everyone comes onto the stage usually in flying form, and there's no fear of doubles or 180s or anything up there. They just boss the board around as they see fit.
Well, it's a lightning quick start from Gerwyn Price in the early exchanges. What are you thinking, John? If you're going up against a title favourite in a long format game like this, are you just thinking, get the first set, hold throw? Doesn't matter if it's, I mean, in this case, Joe Cullen will be 3-2 up if he holds his throw each leg. But even if it was Gerwyn Price throwing first and you were 3-2 down, you're in the game then, on.
I think just keep your standard up. Your standard was excellent in the first round. You've come onto the stage looking close to that at least, and you can pressure anybody. If you keep a constant level, you can pressure anybody. And whether the number one or top, the betting, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You just have to keep that pressure on and hope they crack. And take advantage.
Went on the 19s route there, didn't work out for him. Means Gerwyn Price is going to get a chance for the first break of this contest. Double top the target. Just a little change of the angle. Doesn't make it work.
Double 15. Very swiftly grabs back the throw, and it could have been broken there, but he wasn't. And now Price has opened the door for Joe.
Cullen's performance in the opening round against Mike Dedeker, kicking off the tournament on Saturday night. His highest average at the match play. Good 10 points on what he's throwing right now. But if he's at that level come the end of the game, you would think he's in with a chance.
Yeah, there's lots of time for these averages to go up or go down. But the likelihood, I think, is the way they look and the way they're throwing, I think that they will go up. Seems to me they both look sharp on their throwing form.
Two trebles could just edge Cullen ahead in this leg. Not that one.
Yeah, that took him off the finish, and unluckily, a single 20 he would have had a finish.
And it allows Price to stay on the treble 20 here if he wants to.
Exactly what he does. All top players seem to like double 12 these days.
Gerwyn Price, certainly. But even if Cullen had been on any kind of finish there, Price may have entertained going treble 18 and ball. He might have left 25, might have cost him a dart at double. Here he gets 3. He's going to need all 3. In fact, he needs more.
A bit of a doubling issue going on for Price so far. And the setup so well, and then the 2 dart once again, just like on the 90. This time, 54, double 8. Cullen looking really good finishing. Something similar to how Gurney looked earlier this evening.
Yeah.
Darryl was, well, he wasn't missing a double. But the setups were nice as well.
How would you describe it? Masterclass?
Don't, it hurts too much.
That is 180 number 3 for Gerwyn Price. There is no problem with the maximums. It is the doubles that are causing him problems at the moment. 3 180s for the Iceman, all against the Cullen throw, and yet he hasn't broken it. Not yet, anyway.
96 to 167.
There'll be no laying up from here. He'll be going for it. He'll be going for it. And he's not far away either.
Going for it, looking likely even, just not quite getting it. It's double 5 for Price. And he's 1 of 8 at double now, and it's costing him dearly.
Double 8. Double 4. Loves it here. And takes it out for 4-1. The Rockstar is rocking the Iceman here in Blackpool in the early exchanges. 4-1 Cullen. It's a race to 11. Where he's had a chance at the double, he has taken that chance and he leads 4-1. It is still early days, but cast your mind back to the opening game of the night. Darryl Gurney ended up running away with it. Joe Cullen looking to do the same here against the favourite for the title here at Blackpool Winter Gardens right now.
Yeah, what's a lot different, though, from that match and the performance from Cullen. Cullen isn't at his best, really. I mean, he's won 3 legs and 17 darts and 1 in 15, and that isn't what he was doing the other night. But what he is doing well is finishing well and taking his chances. He's playing like a winner, but he would like to start getting more trebles and to start pressuring Gerwyn in that way to keep that lead.
He's looking very lightly around the treble 20, Gerwyn Price. In and around it consistently.
Yeah, he knows he'll start getting doubles. He'll come back. The percentages will come back in his favor. He's due. I always believe in that when I'm playing, or when I did play, and it was pretty true most times. And whether you're double here or there, you have to be ready if that happens. But for Price, he's hitting that treble so well. And he hasn't seen it from Joe, so he's going to still feel confident, I think, even though he's down 3 legs.
Didn't quite force another one in there. Hits the ball, leaves double 16. Next door for double 8. And Gerwyn Price. May settle him down.
Yeah, hold the throw, and that's the best answer Joe could have summoned, you know, to make it so hard to break his throw. Hard what? Okay, let's start from 321 then now.
Well, that's number 4 for Gerwyn Price. They're all coming against the darts. That's when you want the maximums. You want to put pressure on your opponent. Can he back it up with another? Yes, he can.
I think he'd eat the double up if he gets a chance here.
He did it last year in the semi-finals against Danny Nocco, but he's not going to do it right now. And look where Joe Cullen is. He's on a finish. A magnificent leg until that point for Gerwyn Price. There's another chance to break Cullen. Going to slip through his fingers. Maybe it will. Can't find another treble.
Yeah, because not only did he not get the 9-yard leg, but he didn't even have a good setup visit. Now he needs pretty much. Oh dear! Now treble 19 for Bull.
6 darts of perfection and 6 darts of pretty ropey nonsense. And Cullen takes the lead, 5-2.
See, ropey nonsense. There should be police tape around that scene.
Imagine what his numbers would be if he could hit a double. Between them, they're putting in a gurney-like display. It's not how it works.
Well, it does work to entertain us.
86.
Cullen has beaten Gerwyn Price here before. It was their first ever TV meeting.
5 years ago now.
Yep. Fair to say he's come off worse in his subsequent TV meetings in major tournaments all over the place. Needs to sort the doubles out. So, goes to his trusty double top. And even that's not working.
Well, after the last leg, I think he was just happy to get the 2 single 20s. Because he is coming back. I mean, I'm making a little fun here, but sometimes you get sarcastic with yourself. What are you thinking? And he gets that cleaned up nicely, and you know, it wasn't magnificent by any means, but he got the job done, and he's only 2 legs back.
You think Gerwyn Price, and yeah, you think big numbers, clinical double hitting over there, but you also think about the aggression, you think about the roars and the screams. But if you're missing double after double after double, he's not, look, you can see the reaction to winning that leg. He's not going to be jumping about the place.
Has he roared once in this match? I don't believe so. He's been very subdued, and there's a lot of respect for the opponent here as well. I mean, he'll get to it. If it gets to the stage of the match where he senses the win availability, I think he'll start to let loose a little in that category. But for now, it's a job to do. And I think that's been personified by each of them.
Yeah, Cullen does tend to try and keep a lid on things. Well, if he can convert this decent start into a victory, there will be some celebration at the end of it. Long way to go. What are you doing, he asked himself there.
Well, yeah, this is the chance now for Price to get the game back going with throw, and that wasn't much of an effort, so Joe can claim back the full advantage here, and he is.
That's the way to do it. A little smirk from Joe Cullen as he pops in his second max. And Price is going to get to a finish of some sort. In fact, it's a 2-darter. Throws his hands up because he thinks it may be too little too late. Treble 19 and ball. It's still on. Oh, it would have been a signer for Price.
Yeah, that would have stung. Double 15. Was very careful there. Not there, and there's that yellow. He's back on the throw, and he has the throw now. And we might be going to the second break of all even.
That's the Iceman we expected. Only an 18-darter, but it is the first time he's broken Cullen's throw. Hold throw here, and it's all level.
I kind of have the feel that just of late, Cullen's been doing the better scoring. So I think from this point out, it's very even. Very difficult to say who might forge ahead.
Well, while Price has beaten him the vast majority of times they've played in big TV tournaments, there's been a lot of close games. Only settled in deciding sets or by 1, 2, 3 legs. They've had some real battles in some of the biggest tournaments there are, but this, the biggest ranking event outside the World Championship, and one that Price is desperate to tick off his list, particularly now with the demise of MVG. His Gurney awaits the winner of this one in the quarterfinals, of course.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Dan. When somebody like MVG, who was the tournament favorite, goes out, you just pressure yourself all the more, like, take advantage of this opportunity. Yeah, the best way is always to beat the best person yourself, but if they go out to somebody else, you want to take full advantage. No matter who you are. I mean, they're both thinking it a bit, but the higher you are up the chain, the more you're thinking that it's not to be squandered.
Important last dart. Gets to a two-darter, but Cullen has already threatened a 170 in the very first leg of this game. He's not even going to threaten it this time around. To level it. Doesn't go double-double. And doesn't get the treble 18. Cullen nearly took out a filthy 112 on the bullseye. He'll be hoping to get dart to double 16 here. He's blocked his path to the treble 20, but still finds his way through. And takes the double as well. And the Rockstar remains on top. He is keeping the tournament favourite at arm's length, but it's a very short arm. Cullen 6, Price 4. Looks ready to take out the title favourite. Just getting that breaker throw before the break there to take a 6-4 lead. He needs 5 more legs to register his second victory against Gerwyn Price here at Blackpool Winter Gardens. But he wasn't title favourite when he beat him 5 years ago.
Yeah, a lot left in this match. There was a bit of nervousness I felt in those last couple legs. 18 dart breaks to throw the last couple of legs, and that was after a few really well-played legs where there was holds. Still, I mean, we are essentially about halfway through the match if it goes the regulation distance, and you know, I think they both feel pretty sure that they have a good chance still. I mean, Price behind by 2, he's not going to be panicking by any means.
No, but it did look like the Iceman had arrived, didn't he? Got that breaker throw, we saw the roar, and then there was just nothing in the next lap.
There wasn't much from Joe. I mean, he had to take out 112 for an 18-dart leg, so his scoring was just nowhere to be seen up until that point.
Oh, it's a great dart to find his way through to the treble. And that leaves double top and Gerwyn Price with a combo finish. They've been eluding him so far in this game. No roar this time from the Iceman. He knows but there's more to do. He has to hold, has to back it up, has to get on level terms. And easier said than done. 180 number 3 for the Rockstar.
Yeah, that's what Joe needs. He needs to get those 180s on a more consistent basis as well, or the 140s at the very least. It's been spotty, his scoring game.
Yeah, and he was piling into the treble 20 against Mike De Decker, scoring beautifully. Great switch down to the 19s. Price won't take the 161. Cullen has a decision to make as he looks to just push Price back again. He can start on the ball here. He could go aggressive and go at treble 19. He does. It leaves double 19. And he cannot find it.
Yeah, that was a little awkward. He went, almost hit where he was aiming at the bottom right of that. Now it's 2 darts to level the match. It'll have to be double 10.
His 11th and 12th missed darts at double. Gerwyn Price has been crafting opportunities but not taking them. And Cullen takes his on double 14 to re-establish the gap.
Well, that was interesting. I'm guessing he went towards the 10, but on the single, I mean, and I'm thinking he was probably wanting a 6 more than the 10, but he didn't let that stop him hitting that double 14.
Yeah, you've got a big margin for a 10 or a 6. You're okay with either of those doubles, aren't you? That. Maximum number 4. First time that Cullen has gone maximums in consecutive legs in this game.
When Joe's really getting it right, his action is so silky. You expect the darts to be followed with ease. He makes it look. But again, it's just been inconsistent in the match having that quality.
Joe Cullen doesn't even need to worry about the bullseye at the end of this. Which is why he sets it up. Sensible play from the Rockstar. One good dart in the next visit, and he has a 3-leg gap. And he's only 3 legs away from the finishing line. Things are beginning to look dangerous for the title favourite. Oh, very dangerous indeed as Cullen sticks it in the corner.
Yeah. 3 legs away from a win, and he's got a 3-leg advantage. This is perilous for Price.
A 7th for the Iceman.
Almost starting to feel like there's no meaning to the word favorite anymore.
Well, to be honest, he probably isn't the tournament favourite right now. Joe Cullen will be favoured to win the game.
But yeah, but I mean, it's just like there's just no meaning in the context of these matches. It seems just everyone walks up as equals and plays, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But it wasn't like that for a long time.
A sarcastic celebration from Gerwyn Price as he manages to pin tops.
Yeah, that's fun though. That doesn't mean he's given up this game or anything. Just he can have a little bit of fun with the situation as he tries to dig himself out of it.
Well, we have seen it before with Gerwyn. In fact, we've seen it this year, where he looks like he's getting beaten in a game, and it looks like, oh, well, maybe it's gone, or it's not working, it's just not my night. And then he does drag himself back into the game, and then you see the real Gerwyn Price, the shouting and the roaring and everything else. The intensity goes up.
I think he just tries to sneak back into the match. He doesn't want to tip off the hand, if you will.
Don't tell him I'm making a comeback. Just do it on the slant.
Exactly. Much easier if they're unsuspecting. He has to get a good setup visit here, because if he doesn't, Price will. I wouldn't classify that as good.
It's not good, but 120 is makeable. It would be the highest check out of the match so far. Price has only got to 130, but you don't want to let him have a go at it. And he's going to.
Yeah, that's a costly first start. And I was just thinking before that, you know, the way he got the 112, that would have been similar what he could have done there.
Can't find his way through, but Cullen, a couple of really poor visits. He may only get 1 dart at the bullseye at the end of this. He can still do it, but needs a treble, and he's not even in the right ballpark. And it's a nightmare 3 visits in succession for Joe Cullen. And Price is poised.
Yeah, he's looking quite serious. There may be some sort of a roar if he gets this, but that's not roar worthy yet.
Neither is that apparently John Park, but it does close the gap. We are back on throw once again.
Yeah, that first dart nullified the roar. He was just going to walk away and take what he got after that.
Well, you could tell from Joe Cullen's reaction. That leg hurts. That is a leg he threw away. Went from 170 to 120 to 86 to 57. Never even got a dart for the leg.
Consistency wins matches in so many cases. Reference Dolan v. MVG.
In this final session of the match, Joe Cullen, who's been looking a little bit more likely to produce maximums, but Gerwyn Price is beginning to reel him in.
Somehow, well, it's just like Price's 180s go under the radar somehow. You just expect them. It's more like the paint on the wall. It's just there. Whereas when Joe's getting them, they're just like, wow.
They're intense. To level this match up. And the Iceman has not only levelled for the first time since the start of the game, he is now hitting double top. And when that is one of your biggest weapons in your arsenal, Joe Cullen needs to be concerned.
Well, if somebody can get a break of throw and be the only one to get a break of throw in the next 4 legs, they will win.
Price now has a little bit more bounce in the stride.
Well, it would be ideal for Price to break the throw right here and then be in a situation where he only has to hold twice to win.
Joe Cullen is not having a good spell here. Gerwyn Price chuntering away to himself, but this match may be there for the taking because Joe Cullen is floundering at the moment. He cannot find the treble. He can't even find the segments at times. This cannot keep on going for much longer for Joe Cullen, or this match will get away from him. A match that he led 8-5.
Yeah, and the way he's throwing now, it looks like he's in danger of losing 11-8. Not that we're at that point yet, but he's got to throw better than he has been here, or that's what will happen.
Valuable visit for Cullen, and he will get a look at the 1-1-4. It is hard work for these two at the minute. Lovely dart, leaves tops. Just a little short, and Gerwyn Price to lead in this match for the first time. Beautiful dart, double 14. He knows it's B, he pauses and hits it. The Iceman leads 9-8.
And a nice celebration there as well. Nothing over the top. He's saying, oh, it's finally there. I've got a lead, and I have to throw. And there's a lead in both senses. A lead in legs, but also a lead in breaks.
All of a sudden, Joe Cullen finds a 5th max. And Price hits back with an 8th. Is it a sprint for the line from Gerwyn Price here? He's chased and chased and chased in this game, and it's looked such hard work at times. But Cullen has faded over the last few legs, and he's allowed Gerwyn Price to level and then get in front.
What's impressive to me is that Price has got his doubling back to 43%. He was nowhere to be seen in early stages on the doubles. I think it was 2 of 10 at one point.
He'll get a dart at tops. It's not there this time. This is a difficult one. And now it's an impossible one. He was in all sorts of problems in this game, Gerwyn Price, but that rule tells you he thinks he's got this one sewn up. One more leg for the world number 4, and he is
through to the quarterfinals.
Perfect first start.
Who told me that there were no truth?
You look at the numbers here and you think, oh, Price must have played well, but it's not felt like that for large portions of this game, has it? The doubles let him down massively early on, and even as he's come back, there have been times when he's not been happy with his own performance.
No, I think if you look at the entirety of it, it's impressive because he's just hung in there and he's hung in there. An 8-5 down, that was extremely precarious. He's won 5 legs on the trot. That helps to sort things out many an instance.
Can't get a dart to tops. Gerwyn Price gets a first look at a potential match-winning shot. He will not take it out, but he is going to leave himself handily placed. Pretty handily placed, if there's a slip.
I'm sure he expects Joe to get it, and he does. But this is it. This is the moment Price worked so hard throughout the match to hope to be in, where to hold the throw and you can wrap it up. Otherwise, you become embroiled, and we're in a situation where I think just about anything could happen, Dan. Get very hairy, and Joe would count on that if he can get this break.
Superb. 2 treble visits back to back on your own throw to try and close out the match. And Joe is just about sticking in there, but Price should get to a finish from here.
And that was a big adjustment dart there to get it in, and he'll settle for a ton to leave 1-3-2. You'd love that for a finish to the match.
Ooh, pressure.
Joe Cullen desperately trying to save his own skin. Treble 19. Match dart, bullseye for the Iceman.
You can't ask for more effort than that on it. Just didn't go.
12 segment. It's the ball for the Rockstar. Price turns away. Joe Cullen is standing.
This is really incredible stuff, and what a situation now. The tie break we have.
What a shot. What a leg from Joe Cullen. A 12-darter to break to save the match. He has survived 1 match dart. We are in a tie break. The game must be won by 2 legs.
I think at this point, Joe's playing with a little more freedom. I think he's more like he's playing with the house money at this point. Like, why not? There's nothing to lose. I know he led most of the match, but he was also outplayed in many ways. Price will be desperate to hang on to get victory here.
We have got a fight here. That's no good for Cullen. It leaves him a bogey number. But Price can only get to a massive combination finish. That's a missed opportunity, potentially.
Yeah, it depends on this setup visit. Yeah, it's not a finish, but it's not automatic to get down. That's okay. I'll say that's okay. You feel like he can take that 90 out. He did earlier in the match, didn't he? 2 darts.
Way back when, Dan. He'll stay on the 20s. Is it another bullseye finish? Oh, Joe Cullen seen it like a dinner play. 11-10. Cullen back in the lead.
Wow. A little deflection out of a 180 for Price there. Yeah, he can't believe the ball from Cullen.
Well, the last two legs have seen Gerwyn Price miss the ball to win the match. Joe Cullen hit the ball to save the match, and then hit the ball to go ahead again.
What are the odds he gets a shot at ball to win the match?
It's going to be fun finding out, Joe.
You'd almost think he'd want to set it up.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll take any opportunity. As Price has been the dominant player in terms of scoring for the most part.
Not enough to pressurise this. Is he going two tops? He is, and there's one of them. And that's the other. Gerwyn Price with a magnificent hold of throw to level things up again.
Yeah, the top stops where he didn't really need to go that way, but he said, oh, why not? He ran the risk of going outside. Didn't matter. Didn't happen. And how about a 180 on your throw? That's pretty safe.
Well, there's been periods where Joe Cullen was on top to start the game. Then it looked like Gerwyn Price was assuming control. And now, take your pick. Who knows what's going to happen?
Well, if you said 180, you knew. And it's been happening a lot lately.
It leaves him with one treble combo finish. Joe Cullen, this is under pressure. Beautiful. Wonderful two-dot shotgun from Cullen.
Yeah, you said it was under pressure, but it didn't really look like it, Dan. I have to say, he looked pretty calm there, and it looked like that was easy.
He's a cool customer, the former Masters champion. A man who was a dart away from being Premier League champion. Fighting. Will keep the possibility alive of becoming a match-play champion this year.
11, Max. Just when he looked in danger of being broken here to lose the match. Joe can only summon one big treble. Well, Price keeps plowing into the treble 20. It is a finish.
Cullen trying to find his way through to the 19s. He can go up to the 20s if he wants now, but no problem as far as Price is concerned, unless he makes one for himself, which he might be doing.
Yeah, that's a relief. And look, he left 74. Well, Joe showed him how to hit that. Can Price hit it as coolly as Cullen did, though?
I think he'll go a different route, but it might be just as cool.